Hey guys. So I'm up in our sleep space. Our son was born about a month ago, and he survived surgery. Everything's okay. He's being discharged today, so I'm just cleaning up the sleep space. We haven't been in it for a couple of days because we were supposed to, before he was discharged, spend 48 hours with him. Yeah. So we're getting used to the new sleep schedule. So if I just suddenly zone out and lose my train of thought, it's because I'm taking 2-hour naps, or 1 to 2 hour naps between his feedings, because I wake up half an hour before he's supposed to eat and pump. So because he's a cardiac patient, he was on a tube for a little while. And then they're transitioning him to the bottle, and they want him to gain weight. So the breast milk that I'm pumping is being fortified with formula for him. And then, I'm sorry. Eventually our goal is to transition him from the bottle to the breast, which, it's kind of going backwards, but there's nothing we can really do about it because, he needs to gain half a pound every week. The only way that he can do that is by being bottle fed with formula supplement right now. Like formula plus breast milk. Loki has been absolutely amazing with me. I texted him when I started going into labor, and he showed up at the hospital, and he took care of me. He advocated to the doctors on my behalf. He's a really good father. This is the first child for both of us. Only child for me. I got fixed. The pregnancy was just too hard on my body. And I probably would have gotten a tubal ligation anyway, but basically I want Lucius to get all of my parental attention until I'm steady enough to foster or adopt older children, because my goal has always been to foster or adopt children who have been in the system for a while, the ones who just haven't experienced a lot of love, and the ones who really, really need it. I know everybody needs it, and I don't know. Anyway, Loki's been amazing with me. He's actually trying to text me right now, so I gotta do the TLDR version of this. Pregnancy was hard. Birth was hard. Parenting comes naturally to Loki because he has a younger sister. This is the first infant I've ever been around in my entire life. I tend to panic if he has something that's bothering him and I can't immediately figure out what it is. That's an issue for me. So I'm going back to work. Loki is going to take most of the parenting, until I'm more comfortable. And he's going to teach me along the way. It's not like I'm just going to slack off. I'm good at feeding him, changing his diaper, the babies, obviously. Feeding him, changing his diaper, the obvious needs I can fill. And I can, hold him, sing to him. I actually really like cuddling with the baby and talking to and singing to him, and he is the most adorable. Everybody thinks their baby is the cutest baby, and nobody is wrong. I love him so much, and I know part of that is the biological imperative, but it's a good thing because I cannot imagine ever feeding anyone else's kid. I'm not good with babies, but at least this one I'm willing to try to be good for. I feel really self-conscious about my parenting because, First of all, I wasn't told that I wouldn't produce milk for the first 4 days because I had a C-section. I could not tolerate the discomfort of vaginal delivery even with an epidural. And even during the C-section, I woke up multiple times and told them, stop what you're doing and give me more pain meds. So that kind of tells you a lot right there. And oh my god, it's a learning process for me, and thankfully I'm receiving a lot of support. Thankfully Loki isn't judging me. He actually says I'm being too hard on myself. My dad says I'm being too hard on myself. Loki's mom, his birth mom, Sophia, who is awesome, is saying not to feel guilty and to accept all the support that I need. And I'm actually kind of sort of on speaking terms with his dad again. And I only contact him if it has to do with the baby or something Loki needs, you know. And everything is new, and in some ways it's really great, and in some ways it's really stressful. And I'm packing up our stuff now. I know that I'm good with older kids. I'm not so great with babies, as I've said like 100 million times. But I mean, Lucius is a good kid. It's impossible for them to actually misbehave at this age. He's colicky. We got anti-colic bottles. He's doing as well as he can do. He's thriving, so I'm really happy about that, especially since, like I said, this is my only child, it's my only biological child, so I really need him to do well. And I meant to say more. I lost track of what I said and what I didn't say between cuts. Loki's trying to reach me, so I actually need to wrap this up. We're adjusting to his sleep schedule, so, every 3 hours. So, which means we get snatches of sleep that's like 1 to 2 hours, if we're lucky. And Loki says I should get as much sleep as possible. And I'm like, good luck with that. So, I don't know, we'll see what happens. Thank you for bearing with me, my updates, my sporadic updates, and I will maybe or maybe not upload another video soon, I don't know.